Hey, Chris, how are you?
Sharon, how are you? I'm doing good
Listen,
here. Huh? I know
listen,
it's
Chris.
coming. I know it's coming. I'm ready. Go ahead.
First off, you even talk different in the suit. Okay, that's just first of all, you talk different in the suit. Chris, why am I in a vest that says Enlivia and repping my organization, and why are you so fresh? You so fresh and so clean.
Sharon, so fresh, so clean, clean. This is the new me, Sharon. So for future Live TVs, I will be suited and no, in all seriousness, I'm in Raleigh right now, right? Had a great
Uh-huh.
meeting at the Lieutenant Governor's office with some other community leaders. And so, yeah, so I'm actually still in Raleigh. And hey, thankful for this platform to still be a part of the exciting Live TV show today.
Listen, it's a pleasure. Wait, Desi Des says, "Hey y'all, hey Desi Des."
Yeah, all right.
Uh,
Yes, it is.
right? I mean, well, I'm glad you see that you are representing us well in Raleigh. We need all. Let's start talking about what we're going to get into today.
Sounds
She
good.
built this city, right? So when I heard it, I immediately thought about that old school song.
Yes.
Built this city on rock and roll, right?
On rock and roll. Yeah.
And
yeah.
so, and I don't know about you, but when I drive around Charlotte, and I spend a lot of time in my house now, right? And so every once in a while, I do go out and I'll go into areas I used to go all the time. And I'm like, this city has changed in 3 months, in 2 months, in 4. I mean, the landscape, the construction here is incredible.
Yeah. I mean, you're absolutely right, Sharon. I'll drive down streets and have to take a double take, make sure I'm on the street that I intended to be on. Because I'm like, wait, this wasn't here 6 months ago. And it can be a huge construction. So yeah, you're right. It's everywhere.
It is everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And so, and here at Enlivia, we are also into development, and we develop affordable housing, and it has warmed my heart that I remember going when we were developing the landing at Park Road. I'd never seen so many women on a construction site before. So I was pleased to see that, right?
Right.
And so, Michaela says tremendously. Yes, Michaela, tremendously, yes. But we have a guest today who is trying to change that and get more people, get more women into construction.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, thus the name, which I'm with you. I love it. Takes me back to the 80s. But yeah, this is a relationship that's a fairly new relationship for us. And I'm extremely excited about it because, as you said, this organization wants to create an even larger pool of skilled construction workers that are women. So we're all over this because we need that. And
Yes.
We want to help build this city, right? So
that's right. So without further ado, let's invite Miss LaToya Faustin. Hi, LaToya. How are you?
Hello. Good afternoon. I'm doing well. Thank you so much. I gotta start having the song playing behind me when I come.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Gotta have it. Yeah. LaToya, it is exciting to hear what you all are doing. Talk about She Built This City.
Thank you. Thank you both for having me today. So She Built This City. Who are we? What do we do? She Built This City, of course, is a nonprofit organization focused on igniting interest in construction and the maker trades for girls, career-choosing women, and non-binary individuals. We know that career decisions are made early, and we realize that there's a very wide labor shortage within the construction industry. By the year 2028, we're looking at a potentially 3 million jobs available. But because the demand is so high and the average retiring, construction worker is leaving the workforce as we speak, there's a gap that we need to fill. And we believe that women are set, ready, primed, to pump to fill those roles. So we start as early. Our mission currently says 9. We're actually seeing as young as 7 engaged.
Wait. So you are starting with girls as early as 7 years old. How do you make it? All right. First off, you got to tell me, how do you make it even appealing or interesting to a 7-year-old who may very well still very much into dolls or not? Right. I'm not saying they have to be. I wasn't. But how do you make the construction field interesting?
Absolutely. And I'll note that it's usually our younger participants that are more interested than our older ones because a lot of that natural curiosity still is available, and some of the preconceived notions of what you can and cannot do haven't been taught just yet when they're younger. Mm-hmm. So we don't see as much resistance with our younger as we do with our older. But in general, how do we ensure that we're getting captive and activated audiences into a space that normally has been void of women? Is through creation, is through the why. So we realize that girls often care more about the why than the what. So if we've done this actually before. If we advertise, hey, come learn about construction, come learn how to use this drill, literally no one signs up. But if we say, hey, let's go build solar powered hand washing stations for the homeless with Hope Vibes, one of our partners, out the door, of interest. Oh, you want to learn how to do this? Cool. First, I'm going to teach you how to use this drill, because that's what you need to use to build that. And so tapping into the why and the mission focus. A lot of women and girls in particular, we care about the environment. We care about giving back. And so we can connect the dots to, you can use the tools of the trades to support yourself, empowerment, and the community around you. You get more interest that way.
So LaToya, if you live in Charlotte, every other street, there's construction going on. There's always something going on. You drive by, I see people holding flags. I see people climbing poles. I see people doing a variety of different things. Can you talk about what are some of the specific occupations or opportunities that someone might be able to get into in the field of construction?
Chris, that's an excellent question, and they're endless. And my mind went to thinking of, the list that I could just call out. And so construction is a broad term, and it can go from, your architect, your interior designer, to your drywall, masonry, electrician, plumber, carpentry, all of those things. There's a space for you within the construction industry. We are very fortunate here in Charlotte to have a number of apprenticeship programs that are paid opportunities to learn about the trades, from becoming an electrician, an iron worker, carpentry. They're all here within our city, and you're paid to learn. So whereas college, you go and you pay them to learn, with apprenticeships, they pay you to learn. And so you're not going into debt, and you're getting plugged in to a work while you learn model, which studies show people tend to learn better when you're actually doing it. And so apprenticeships already have that within their model, and then your pathway right into a job within that field. And so there's a number of opportunities. I was speaking with a door installer yesterday, and she said that if you could find someone who's just really good with the measuring tape, and are really accurate with their measurements, we pay $30 per client for them to go out, and you can guarantee up to 30 appointments a week. And that's just being good at measuring.
Is that 30? When you say $30, is that $30 an hour? $30?
So for this particular job, it's a contract work, and so you can set your own schedule. So it's $30 per client, and then up to 30 clients a week. And that's just measuring, So if you love that tape measure and you're really good and accurate with it,
if you can
there's a space for you.
You can count.
Exactly.
Right. So, but this is now, LaToya, you're like, my mind is going like even to the entrepreneurship opportunities, right? Once upon a time, I dabbled in rehabbing a house, right? And I remember I had to go, and I had on my boots, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was standing on top of a roof with a gentleman named Luis. And I said, Luis, this doesn't look right. I don't know what I'm talking about, right? But I'm thinking about like how the skills here could help a woman even into real estate investment, because there's nothing like knowing the product inside out, right?
Exactly. There's like 10 things I want to say, but you are absolutely right that the pathway to entrepreneurship within the trades. So let's talk about the trades in particular first, but then I want to talk more about what you said about the empowerment of being knowledgeable when you're on the site in other capacities. So just like a lawyer within construction, it's one of those careers that once you've achieved certification, you can be your own boss. If you want to join another team, another company, you can, but you have it within yourselves to go into business for yourself. And that's with certification. Without certification, there's still space. So what the DIY, do it yourself, and then what a new category of market, the do it for me customer. So you can order your furniture for IKEA, but you don't want to put it together, you can hire someone to do that. You can go to an app like handy.com, handy.com, and hire someone to literally come and do that. And they make $100 an hour doing just that, because we don't want to put our furniture together. So there's a space for, long-term entrepreneurship, but there's also a space for short-term opportunities, what we call the gig economy, that allows people to make money now. So we have early entry options for both the right now. And if you like this, you can stay. But if you want more, then here's another path you can go to where you can have, the benefits and stability, because entrepreneurship isn't for everyone. And we understand that. Some people want the stability of someone else taking care of that for them. And within the trades, there's both. I want to also mention, though, about what it means to be empowered as a woman on a site when you know a little bit more, not even on a site in your own life. If I know how to fix my own toilet, if I know how to, estimate these things for myself, that empowers me as a consumer. It also helps me save money in times when I don't want to spend it. And so, again, this pandemic hit us all in ways we did not anticipate. If you already had the skills yourself to take care of home repairs, that's saving money in your own personal wallet. And if you're able to go and help others with it, then that's now an income producing situation. So the trades really empowers us to go out there and get it for ourselves, like not many other career paths allow you to do so quickly.
So LaToya, I understand that with She Built This City, you have camps.
Yes.
So can you tell us a little bit about what the camps are all about?
Absolutely. So as I was mentioning in the beginning, we have a lifespan continuum approach. We start early with the one-time experiences to build an iPhone holder, to build a wind chime, whatever it is to get them engaged. They'll learn a skill. They'll be able to take something home. We add art, customization components to it. We have more intensive experiences. And so I like to distinguish our one-time experience. You come that day, you leave that day, you've learned at least one skill, you've used at least one tool, you leave with a product. Our camps and clubs are more intensive. Now we're building towards a goal. And we're trying to make it community engagement focused. So does your local rec center need picnic tables? Do they need a shed? Do you want to create a life-size Scrabble board, for your church? We're going to then take that desired project for the community and teach the students through the trades how to build that. So you're then empowering them to solve a problem for their community while learning about the trades process.
Gotcha.
That's amazing. So what does someone need to get involved with your program?
So excellent question. It depends on how you want to get engaged. So with our programming, if you are an educator, a principal, youth group leader, community leader, and you want us to come for youth programming, you can reach out to our organization, info@shebuiltthecity.org, and request time to discuss what you need. We are still young enough that we don't necessarily have a set way of doing things. We can customize solutions for your organization. If you are an employer and say, hey, I'm looking for a skilled, trained workforce, let's have a conversation, because we're talking about pipelines of access. One thing we talked about women not being engaged in the space because of stigmas, I want to also talk about women of color who are oftentimes also not attracted to the space or not recruited for the space. And so what She Built This City is doing, we're partnering with organizations. We're reaching out to organizations like your Charlotte Works, like Enlivian, like Women at Work, Women in Transition with the YWCA, to say, hey, have you considered the trades? And we know that we are relational. And so just showing you a flyer isn't enough. We need some engagement opportunities. We need to have a conversation. Right. You need to meet someone in this. And so there's a certain kind of person, if you see a flyer, you say, yeah, that's for me, sign me up. Our 50 out of 50 numbers here in Charlotte tell us that's not most people. And so we have to go to them and show them that this is a benefit of them, and then help them along the way with supports like, travel stipends. What I love about the Enlivian possibility is for it to be community-based. And so travel is not even a hindrance. We bring the training to you. So if you are a young person, if you want to engage, info@shebuiltthecity.org. We also have opportunities to volunteer. If you say, I am in the trades and I want to give back, come volunteer with us so that we can connect you with both young people and community partners who would love to benefit from your expertise.
Well, I want to make sure that your information is at the bottom of the screen right? So we have info@shebuiltthiscity.org.
Yes.
And also just going to the website, shebuiltthiscity.org. Okay, last question for you. As someone who likes to just do stuff around their house, like I got a rack of tools. I don't know what to do with them, right? So is there an opportunity for me in this environment to just learn as a woman in a safe place, in a safe space where I can grow?
Absolutely. I'm so glad you asked that. So I'll say for right now, what we have is we have a partnership with Lowe's and their workforce development arm, Generation T. We did a series called Virtual Shop Class last year when the pandemic first hit. And if you go to Generation T's YouTube page, you will see minute clinics on how to use the drill, how to use other tools within, your toolbox. And it's led by our founder, Demi Knight Clark, who a woman in construction in this space. So she is leading those exercises. As we are becoming a more open community and people feel more safe gathering, She Built This City will be hosting workshops. We have a workshop in Innovation Alley in West Charlotte on J Street, where we're going to be hosting those basics about how to use your drill, how to hang drapes, how do I make my own wine rack, things that we feel that women would be engaged in and empowered. We're going to be doing mother-son engagement activities, date nights, girls' nights. And so because we want to make sure, again, it's about removing the stigma of construction and the trades and saying that you can be empowered in this space. So right now, the virtual space is active and live, but be on the lookout, I'd say late summer, early fall, for some in-person engagement opportunities.
LaToya, thank you for joining us. You've been an absolute joy. You've got me. I'm about to run to YouTube to see how to effectively hang some stuff. There's something I want to hang. I can't even think of the name of it. Gosh. I can't think of it. But I want to hang it because I got to do it.
You got excited about the wine rack. I saw the excitement.
I did. You saw I got distracted. Just want to say hello to Gail says hello. Hi, Gail. Mark Hart, thank you for the most needed service to our community. That's right. This is going to be this is a game changer. LaToya and all the folks at She Built This City, thank you for joining us today. And again, everyone else, you can follow up with She Built This City at going to shebuiltthiscity.org or email them directly at info@shebuiltthiscity.org. LaToya, Chris, Pastor.
Thank you.
Here we go. I knew LaToya. There was one more LaToya. I knew it was coming. Thank you, LaToya.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
It's been a pleasure.
I'll be in touch.
Have a good afternoon.
LaToya.